It's time for Friday Night Flights, sponsored by Casey Auto Group, Hercules Fence, Chowan University, and Bayport Credit Union.
And here we go, week 9 of the high school football season from the viewpoint of Chopper 10. This is Hickory High School in Chesapeake. The Hawks taking on Kings Fork, who suffered their first loss of the season last week against Oscar Smith. The Bulldogs wasted no time scoring here. Collectory Boyd takes the handoff, goes outside, down the sidelines, breaks some tackles, off a couple defenders, and scores. And then the Kings Fork defense, they've been dominant here like they have been for most of the season. Malachi Nixon picks up the fumble. He's going the other way with it. How about a 50-yard scoop and score? Kings Fork kept the pressure on here, getting the sack as the Bulldogs go on to win 54-20. And with that, welcome in to the Wavy TV 10 studios for another episode of Friday Night Flights. I'm Craig Loper. He is Nathan Epstein. Week 9 of the high school football season, as I said there. We have a bunch of great games for you tonight, as always. And Nathan, this season going by fast.
Yeah, it always seems to. The district titles on the line, some cases tonight.
Yeah.
You were in Chesapeake to see Oscar Smith try to go 7-0 on the year.
Yeah, Oscar Smith once again on a mission. What more can you say? The Tigers on their way to a 17th Southeastern District title in the last 18 seasons.
Dominance.
Unbelievable. Hosting Nansman River, the entrance out of the Tiger cage.
One of the best.
Rocking. When is it not, right? First quarter, Tigers threatening. QB Cade Cox, little RPO to Xavier Lewis. Looked like he might have dived his way in there, but he was ruled just short. So what do? They hand it to Jabari Knox, who's going to finish off the short touchdown run there. He's in there. They fed him the ball a lot tonight, Nathan. 7-0 Tigers lead. Second quarter now. Cox, fade route, corner of the end zone. How about Isaiah Akers?
Oh, great catch.
Goes up and gets that one. Get it how you live, young fellow. 14-0. Under 10 minutes to play in the half. Later in the quarter, now, handoff to here. Deuce. Check out Isaac Huffman. Take it. You got the pulling guard right through the hole, and he goes 40 yards, touchdown scamper as Oscar Smith wins tonight 28-3. I said Western Branch because that's our next game. We're going to stay in Chesapeake. Old-time rivals, Western Branch and Deep Creek at the Hornets' Nest tonight. Third quarter, Bruins on offense. Taquan Trotman deep to C.J. Frazier. Beautiful ball. He's in there for the score, 28-12. Bruins leading. Still in the third quarter, Hornets now with the ball. Brehan Cuffey, check him out, QB keeper. He's dangerous with his legs. He did a lot of that last week as well. 28-yard touchdown run, cuts the lead. It's now 28-20. Ensuing kickoff, Bruins, where'd the ball go? Reverse to Paul Billups Jr., and look at him, cut back, breaking tackles. Down the sideline, huge gain here, but they'd only have to settle for a field goal, 31-20 lead. Fourth quarter now, Bruins looking to put it away. When you need to do that, you give it to number 9, Shamik Blizzard.
Oh, stay on his feet.
Spinning off a defender, and he's up the sideline, going to show you the speed. Look at this run, 79-yard score. He's strong. He drinks protein shakes. That's right, Bruins win 40-20. How about that? Impressive he is each week.
Might be another play of the week. You never know.
Could be. Game of the week on the peninsula. Woodside against the reigning state champs from Phoebus.
All right, and the Phantoms, get this, have outscored their opponents this year by a combined 262.
Wait, what?
To 6.
Okay.
I know, you're a little ahead of it because you actually...
I'm excited.
But they have not lost a Peninsula District game since 2016 when they lost to, coincidentally, Woodside.
Right.
All right, let's go to Darling Stadium in Hampton. And here comes Phoebus. The Phantoms charging onto the field. And take a look at who's watching on the sideline.
Who is it?
It's Virginia Tech head man, Brett Pry. The Hokies on their bye week. Coach Pry doing some recruiting in Hampton Roads. Phoebus in blue actually trailed this game 7-0 out of the gates until this. Nolan J with a strike. Jaden Early with some fantastic moves. Barrels across the line into the end zone. Ties the game up at 7 apiece. Now, Virginia Tech's head man is in the house, so you know we got to talk some special teams.
That's right.
How about some beamer ball from the Phantoms? Blocks the Woodside punt, but this thing went into the second quarter, still not at 7.
Okay,
and Craig,
okay.
This might be a play of the year candidate. James finds the best player on the team, Jordan Bass, committed to the University of Pittsburgh. Not going down, outruns a few white jerseys, one more to the inside, to the end zone, all the way to the house.
He looks bigger than everyone else out there, doesn't
he's
he?
Huge. An incredible touchdown gives Phoebus the 14-7 lead in a few minutes before the half. Tyrion Taylor rumbles over a defender for the touchdown, and Phoebus rumbles over Woodside 41-7. That is 47 straight district wins and counting. Now from Darling to Todd. Not sure I've ever seen players pose for the camera on the field. We see you. Heritage and Hampton. Here's your ball game. 33 seconds to go. Hampton and White down 21-16. Has the ball on the Heritage 18-yard line. Jamari Lumpkins looking for somebody, but he's tracked down and taken down. Kion Farmer with the sack. Only 14 seconds left to play. Hampton is going backwards. Lumpkins looking, buys time. Craig, maybe too much time.
Oh, no.
Finds an opening down the sideline, but Craig, he doesn't get out of bounds.
Oh, no.
Gets inside the 10. The clock hits all zeros, and Heritage hangs on for the homecoming win, 21-16. Some pretty exciting finishes there. Game of the week in the Beach District actually tomorrow when 5-2 Salem hosts 7-0 Green Run.
Yeah, Green Run has been a problem this year. Just ask the Cox Falcons. Their only loss of the year, 29-point loss to the Stallions. Tonight, Cox at home against First Colonial. This one of the OG Beach rivalries, and here they come. Falcons bursting onto the scene. First Colonial on offense. Jalen Meekins, the keeper, but the ball is loose. Picked up by Dom Tebow. And Tebow, somehow, I lost it. He's going the other way. 71-yard scoop and score for number 3. Just like that, Cox up 7-0. Alan Faneca, gotta love that. If your defense can get you points, it makes the game a whole lot easier. On to the second quarter. Gage Treffery finds Jordan Cooper. Jordan Cooper so dangerous
one of the
with
best.
Ball in his hand. Ooh. I mean, he's got that start-stop, quick twitch ability. He's in there for the score, 21-0. Now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Treffery again to Cooper in the flat, cuts up the field. He walks in as Cox rolls big, 42-0.
All right, staying in Virginia Beach. Look who's at Bayside Ocean Lake.
Whoa.
Coach Pry is everywhere tonight. He said he wanted to make Hampton Roads a priority. Crazy end of the first half here. Ocean Lakes and White down 22-0. QB Cole Anderson to Zykeem Rogers. That's the old hook and ladder. That goes all the way inside the Bayside 20-yard line. Same drive. Anderson looking end zone. Picked off. Bayside's Aaron Evans. Returned just outside the goal line to the 5. All right, third quarter. Mike Myers to the end zone. Rashawn with the toe tap. Two-point conversion, good, nice catch. 30-2 Bayside, and then later in the quarter, Jordan Henderson on the handoff, gallops 60 yards, avoids the shoestring tackle. He's gone, and Bayside wins this one, going away, 47-2.
While Bayside gets over 500, a couple teams trying to get there. 3-4 Kellum against 3-4 Landstown tonight. Right out of the gate, early first quarter, Zach Ruello puts the ball in the air. This complete to senior Chris Nianchi. Eagles take the 6-0 lead. He was wide open. Got to throw it to him. Still in early first quarter. Second down. Kellum quarterback Nate Jarvis looking for his fullback. 44.
What a catch.
And that is Josh Silla. Yeah, the juggling catch. And the Knights, that's a touchdown for them. Kellum takes the lead 7-6. Now look at this. Ruello looking to respond. Deep pass. It's in the air. Looks like Dwight McMasters has it completed, but no.
Whoa.
Christian Henry, number 24. Huge play right there. What a highlight. Late in the second quarter, the Knights looking to capitalize on that turnover. Colby Strickland runs it in for another touchdown. They had a halftime lead of 14-0. They go on to win 14-9. Plenty of more action to come. We're going to check in with the Bay Rivers District and have more action from Norfolk to Portsmouth to Chesapeake as Friday Night Flights rolls on. Craig Loper and Nathan Epstein back with you on Friday Night Flights now. Chopper 10 in Chesapeake tonight. This is Indian River's game against Great Bridge. Braves with the ball. Marquise Claiborne out of the shotgun, up the middle, busted outside. He's in there for the score. Quarterback Tyler Allison missed last week's game, but he's back out there. Little QB keeper into the end zone. And then he's like, hey, it worked once. Might as well do it again. Working the other side of the field. Little red zone keeper plows his way in there. Allison, nice score there. And then the defense wants to get involved. Jordan Harris, watch now for the Braves. Going to end up coming off the edge. It's strip sack, and Levante Jones gets the recover. He's going the other way with it. Nice little run back right there. This would lead to a Bobby Pridgeon touchdown run. Check out Pridgeon cutting up the field, and Indian River goes on to win 40-0. All right, last night in the Bay Rivers District, War Hill picked up a big win over Grafton. Tonight's featured game in the Bay Rivers takes us to Smithfield.
Now, the Packers trying to snap a 4-game losing streak, taking on which came into tonight's game with a 5-2 record. Smithfield's homecoming night in the student section was absolutely rocking for the game. Check them out. Right out of the gate, York running back Shamaris Whitby plows his way into the end zone, puts the Falcons up 6-0. Now they decide to go for 2. Starting quarterback Nathan Wagner punches his way into the end zone, makes it 8-0. And a little bit later, Whitby scores again for the Falcons. Another touchdown on the board. Great blocking from the offensive line. Second quarter, Packers quarterback Marquise Custis looking for the screen pass, picked off. Anthony Artis all the way back, pick six. And later on before halftime, Packers back to pass deep, but it's picked off. Oh, look at that interception.
Nice grab.
Brian Burks goes up and gets it in the end zone to seal the shutout at halftime. Falcons ultimately run away with this one, 36-14. Other Bay Rivers finals tonight. Lafayette continues to roll. Rams over Jamestown by 54. New Kent, the 1-point win over Tabb, and Pocosin, big winners over Brewton. Islanders are now 6-2.
All right, Coach Hank Sawyer's Lake Taylor team on the road against Brewton. Well, we're doing, that's because, there it is. Here we go. There's Hank Sawyer. And Lake Taylor, this was all of them. First quarter, 6'7" Elijah Washington. We see him throw that jump ball a lot. This one was down low, kind of grabbed it like it was out of a basket or something. 7-0 Lake Taylor. Next possession. This guy runs so hard, Nathan. Terrion Washington Jacobs. Look at him. Takes the pitch. There's a cut, and he's up the sideline. This is going to cover 73 yards. That one put him over 1,000 yards for the season. He wears number 8, and I like that because I wore number 8 in high school.
There you go.
Titans on defense, Anthony Britton, his area leading 19th sack of the year. I mean, that's ridiculous, and he's going to UVA. How about that? Back to Lake Taylor on offense. Anquan Ballard, 25 yards in the end zone. Nice little
pass.
Ball right there. Justin Edwards as Lake Taylor was firing on all cylinders tonight. Here's one more for good measure. Marquise Drew Rogers, 25-yard touchdown scamper. Lake Taylor improves to 7-1, and they roll 53-0. How about some more scores? A couple of shutouts. Booker T. Washington over Granby, you see there. And it was Warwick with the win over the Gloucester Dukes. Still to come, big crowd for Norfolk Christian's game against Nansemond Suffolk Academy. Those highlights next as Friday Night Flights continues. All right, we're back. Let's show some love to some private schools. Norfolk Christian wearing pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, taking on Nansemond Suffolk Academy. Norfolk Christian, tough defensive play here. Chase Cisco and Jackson Weary, meet me at the quarterback. That's what they call that. Now, Nansemond Suffolk on offense. Gabe Wansart connects here. Going to find his man, Mr. Green. That's Parker Green, and a Saints first down. Nice spin on the sideline there.
Go.
Avoid all the hits you can, right? NSA caps off the drive. 13-yard touchdown score by Trace Williams. Right at you right there. Nansemond Suffolk picks up win number 5 on the season. The Saints over Norfolk Christian, 48-0.
All right, some scores as we wrap things up here. Flint Hill takes down Norfolk Academy 34-28, and Atlantic Shores gets a 3-point win, 17-14 over Fredericksburg. And a few games tomorrow. Salem hosts Green Run, as we said a little while. That could be the game of the week in the beach. Norcom is at Churchland, and Kictan plays Denby at Todd Stadium.
Yeah, and college football tomorrow, right? Homecoming at ODU. Monarchs hosting Georgia Southern, third ever meeting between them two. The last one was 2011, 2012, those FCS playoff games.
They were fun.
They were, yeah, exactly right. I've heard all about them. Homecoming at Hampton as well. We know the Pirates fans, Pirate Nation, going to turn out. They're going to host Richmond for the third time, I think, ever. First time since 2015, an all-Commonwealth affair in that one.
And actually, I was at that game the first time that they hosted Richmond, and Hampton actually played them well the first time, so we'll see if they can put up a game this time around.
William and Mary at Towson, right?
William and Mary at Towson, well. Still doing well.
They're ranked.
Right in the top 25 again. So James Madison, let's not forget homecoming for the Dukes.
There it is at Marshall. Thanks for joining us tonight. We end on that beautiful shot from Chopper 10. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.